in the northern edge of a town that no longer appears on most maps. There stands a school that officially closed in 1998. Windows shattered, desks overturned, chalkboards still carrying the last lesson ever written. For years, people believed it was abandoned. They were wrong, because between 1998 and 2006, 7 people disappeared within a 1-mile radius of that building, and no one noticed the pattern until it was too late. This is the reconstructed timeline of the Hollow Creek School case. Hollow Creek Secondary School closed after declining enrollment. Official reports cited funding shortages, but former staff described something else. Students had stopped attending classes weeks before the shutdown. Parents claimed their children complained of someone watching them from the old science wing. Maintenance logs show repeated reports of footsteps in empty corridors, lights turning on overnight, doors unlocking themselves. No police reports were filed. The building was sealed, or so they thought. March 14, 1999. 17-year-old Daniel Reed was last seen walking home after visiting a friend. Security footage from a gas station shows him taking a shortcut through the fenced property of Hollow Creek School. He never made it home. Search teams found his backpack, a broken flashlight, fresh mud footprints leading toward the rear entrance. The door was locked from the outside. Case status: missing. 2 years later, a photographer documenting urban decay entered the school illegally. She posted images online. In the background of one photo, a figure appears standing in the upstairs hallway. The image was dismissed as shadow distortion. 3 days later, she disappeared. A year after that, a local drifter was reported missing. Witnesses claimed he had been sleeping inside the old school. Police searched the building. They found nothing. No forced entry, no blood, no bodies, just dust and silence. Between 1999 and 2006, 7 disappearances, all within walking distance of Hollow Creek School, all last seen after dark, all alone. Investigators initially ruled them unrelated, but one junior detective noticed something unusual. Each missing person had, at some point, entered the school building. Not all on the same night, not even the same year, but all had gone inside, and none were seen leaving. In late 2006, police conducted a full structural sweep. Thermal imaging, K9 units, ground-penetrating radar, nothing, until a cadaver dog reacted near the old auditorium stage. Workers dismantled wooden floor panels. Beneath them was a hollow crawl space. Inside, investigators found fabric fibers, rusted chains bolted to concrete, scratches carved into the foundation walls. But no remains, no bodies, just signs that someone had been there. Recently, attention shifted to a former maintenance worker, Elias Varn. He had keys to every room. He continued visiting the property months after closure. Neighbors reported seeing his truck nearby at night. Police searched his home. They found newspaper clippings of each disappearance, a hand-drawn map of the school, a journal describing keeping them quiet. He was arrested, interrogated, but there was a problem. Elias Varn had died in 1997. A year before the first disappearance. The house search? It belonged to his brother, who had been out of the country since 1995. The journal ink was tested. It was fresh, less than 6 months old. During a final review of the school's architectural plans, investigators noticed something strange. The original blueprint from 1974 did not match the renovated version from 1983. A hallway in the east wing appeared shorter on the updated map, by exactly 9 feet. When measured physically, the wall dimensions were inconsistent. A false wall had been constructed. Behind it, a narrow, concealed corridor running the entire length of the science wing. Inside that corridor were observation holes drilled into classroom walls, food wrappers dated as recent as 2 weeks prior, a working battery-powered lantern, and a single exit hatch leading into the surrounding woods. No fingerprints, no DNA matches. 2 weeks after the hidden corridor was discovered, the lead detective on the case failed to report for duty. His car was found parked outside Hollow Creek School. Engine cold, driver door open. Inside the building, officers found his flashlight on the auditorium floor, still warm. The hidden corridor was empty, but something had changed. Carved into the interior concrete wall were 8 tally marks. There had only been 7 before. The school was demolished in 2008. The land was cleared. Construction began on a residential complex. During foundation digging, workers uncovered something unexpected. Another structure beneath the school, an older building foundation predating Hollow Creek by nearly 40 years. Town records revealed that before the school, there had been a reform institution on the same land, closed after allegations of student mistreatment. No documentation survives explaining what that meant, but construction workers reported something unsettling. The underground foundation had its own series of narrow corridors, similar in width, similar in design, and on one preserved concrete slab were tally marks, hundreds of them. Today, families of the missing still wait for answers. Officially, the Hollow Creek disappearances remain unsolved. No bodies were ever recovered. No suspect was ever charged. But if you visit the housing complex built on that land, residents occasionally report footsteps in the walls, soft knocking sounds, and once, a child claimed she saw a man living between the rooms. Authorities dismissed it as imagination. After all, the school is gone, but the corridors were never removed. They were just buried